The price of silver is down $1.20 per ounce in just the last few days. We were bumping up against $25 per ounce, and now we're fighting for $24 with silver most recently trading around $23.80 per ounce. And it's super interesting when we look at what's causing this downdraft in the silver price. And it's not good news, guys. We're going to dig into that. But there's a great big elephant in the room that nobody's talking about it. And because we like to be a little ahead of the curve, we're going to talk about that as well. Let's dig into this recent downdraft in the silver price. Before we do that, thank you for joining me. You are the most important part of Ron's Basement. There is no basement without you. This is not RonTube. This is YouTube. You're a little smarter than the average bear, and I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the channel. If you give this a thumbs up, that gets the news out to more people. So silver, $25 per ounce just a few days ago. Silver right now, $23.80 per ounce. What's causing it? Well, look no further than the dollar index. It's actually up almost 2% in the last week. That's a huge move. The DXY index was pushing right around 100. Now it's at 102. Reasons why? We're going to get into that. But I want to point out one thing about the dollar index. As it goes up, we're not in record territory, right? The dollar index had been as high as 114, 115 in late 2022. However, very interesting and very important for you to look at a long-term chart of the dollar index where you'll see that where we are right now is historically very high. Out of the last 30, 40 years, we've only been above 100 for maybe 5, 6, maybe 8 years out of that time period. So there's less resistance for the dollar to go down, and in the long run, that will be very supportive for the silver price and heck, the gold price as well. And when we talk about the dollar index, we got to mention that compares the dollar to a bunch of other crappy currencies, including the yen and the euro. Are you kidding me? So that makes the dollar, look like the best patient in the hospice ward. What else is going on? Oh yeah, the jobs number comes out this Friday. The official BLS July jobs report. Be prepared. Be buckled in. We could have a buying opportunity in the silver market. I think we could be in for some big turbulence. My thoughts are that most likely we'll get one more big drawdown in silver on Friday. It could go up. Either way, Friday's a huge day for the precious metals markets. Up or down, be prepared. But today, what was the news? It was the ADP employment report. Yes, the big payroll processing company came out with shocking employment numbers. 324,000 new jobs. The expectation was that only about 200,000 new jobs would be created. That pushed the dollar up, and that pushed the price of silver and gold down. However, gold not as extreme on the downside because that Fitch rating agency, they downgraded the U.S. debt, so that kept gold's safe haven appeal, helped provide some support on the bottom side for gold. But when we look at these employment numbers, come on, man. Joe Biden, we know he's working his economic miracle. Maybe, we had a few 100,000 people who took second and third, maybe even fourth jobs. So as we pull this all together, basically what the market did was push up interest rates. Because people think the Fed, since we still have this great strong economy we're all enjoying, is going to have the grounds on which to stand to further raise interest rates. So the 10-year bond yield went up. Let's talk about the big elephant in the room. and nobody's talking about this. And this could be the bomb, the explosion that could eventually destroy some of the markets and cause the price of the precious metals to explode, but on the upside. Nobody's talking about the fact that right now, the 10-year bond yield is trading near 4.09%. If you pull up a chart, go to Yahoo Finance, look at the top on the bar. They've got the S&P, they got the gold price, the silver price. They also have a little tab you can click on for the 10-year bond yield. If you do that, and then you click on the little part that says 6 months, and you look at where the 10-year bond yield has been over the last 6 months, you'll notice that back in early March, it was also bumped up right about where it is now. Actually, I think it was about 4.07, even a little bit lower. Now, think about this. What happened just after the 10-year bond yield got above 4%? Like it is again right now, and rising. That's right. Back in March and April, we had a little banking crisis. And what happened during the little banking crisis? Or maybe it was a big banking crisis, because those three banks that went belly up combined are more than the combination of banks that went belly up, total combination of banks that went belly up during the great financial crisis in 08 and 09. Are we heading to that again? Nobody's talking about it, but we've got the 10-year bond yield back at those levels, and that caused massive turmoil in the banking sector. Heck, just 4 or 5 months ago? Are we going to see that again? And are we going to see the same reaction when it comes to silver and gold? People were flocking to the precious metals. Or has the Fed and the Treasury already prepared for this? We know there's a lot of stress in the banking system. We know what it meant for the precious metals last time. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. One thing we do know for sure, and that's that Fitch downgrade, which again is helping support the gold price today. They're pointing out the fact that the U.S. government, from a financial, monetary, fiscal perspective, we are in bad shape. And Fitch is being punished now, talked down to by people at our White House, by people at our Treasury, as, oh, you were crazy to say that. That's wrong. We're in great shape. Well, hey, guys, we know the real story. We know where the dollar's heading. We know the dollar's lost 97% of its value since the Fed was created. And we know where real value on a long-term basis stands. And my money is on precious metals. Do your own due diligence. This is not financial advice. I just wanted to bring you up to speed and kind of pull it all together. Yes, it's been a bit of a torturous couple days for investors in the precious metals, but things will get better. Mother Nature always prevails, and gold and silver will shine again. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Go watch a live stream, and I'll see you soon.